Boo. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. It's Friday. Oh, now what's going on? Hold on. Hey, Bat Mom and Tessa, Sharon. Something weird popped up. Hold on. Oh, of course. Of all the morning, my husband had a chance to text me. Now he's texting me. What did he send me? Who are 1 second. I have to read this, otherwise, it'll very be disturbing to me. Um, what? I don't know what he sent me. Something about veteran stuff. I can't read that right now. I can't read that. I'm just gonna ignore that. Send me this big long thing. So, what do we got? We got two ladies in the house. Did you grab your lunch? Because it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime over here anyway. It's probably what let me see. I always try to figure out what time. It's probably dinner time over there for sure. And he didn't contact me all morning, so it's kind of weird. Oh, there's Danny. Hey, Danny. Um, I appreciate that. Thank you for liking that. I don't have like a whole agenda for today. I just haven't talked to y'all in a couple of weeks live, away from the show, Sunday show. And I was gonna do a members only, but I thought I would just go live, just talk to everybody and see what everybody was up to this weekend. I wish I could go up to the mountain, but it's super muddy and crazy up there right now because the snow's melting. And the last thing I need is to get stuck up there because where I'm going, it's fairly, it's only 2 or 3 miles in, but it's dirt road and I don't want to get stuck out there. Seriously. Yeah. That's 904. That's 9. Yep. So you're already almost ready for bed. No, Sharon stays up and watches everybody. But I don't know. I got some cheese, um, some pepper jack. My lunch is pepperoni, pepper jack, and green olives. So I'm sitting here, and my purpose was to get on here, focus, and create a show, produce a show. And I couldn't do it. I just, my mind isn't on doing a show right now. So what did I do? I made a promo thumbnail and thought, well, I'll just have I'm going to come on here and just talk about nothing. I still am going to try to do a show. Usually by Wednesday, I'm got something on my mind. I know what I'm going to do. Thursday morning, I've already created a thumbnail and I'm starting to do slides and the research, and Friday everything pulls together and I'm done. Just doing little things on Saturday. But this is one of those times I don't know if I'm getting spring fever, summer fever to get out. I went running around the other day. Now we're at the end of the month and all my money's gone. So I have to stay on. When is the first? Wednesday? I have a concert. I bought tickets months ago. Me and my oldest are going to go. So that'll be fun. And at least it's on the first, so I can pay for the extremely expensive beer. Actually, here they sell those huge lemonades with the lemons in there. They're delicious. I'll be I'll probably get one of those since I'll be driving. Um and I don't know if you guys have been to concerts lately, but here in El Paso, when you go to a concert, they allow vendors inside the building, so you can get like big old cups of fruit, and they make some with cucumbers and the chili and spices and tahini and stuff on it. Top six Bigfoot videos on your top foods on your top six foods, your top six teenager crushes, whatever. Oh, I get it. Well, I did that one, Danny. I did take your advice. I did the top 10 most asked questions. That came out pretty good. Matter of fact, I didn't even get to the second part of my show that time because we took the whole 2 hours. So that is a good thing. I have done the top Bigfoot videos before, and we barely got through. Remember, we barely talked about the PNG, okay? And it turned out to be a whole show about the PNG film. So the next one I did was the Independence Day footage. That ended up to be a whole show as well. So that does work. It's just we get talking. If I have certain people on, we just get talking and talking. And no, you're not allowed to take any food or drinks into any of the venues here, as not even water. So then do the second part. Oh, I already did. Yeah, I'm already like caught up now. But for that show, I moved all that second half to the next one, which was last Sunday. Um oh yeah, I did the work, so I was going to do it. And Sharon, not just that, but everything is $10 or more. I mean, a small bottle of water is $5. So they really hit your pocketbook. And not even that, but when you buy the small bottle of water, just the regular 12 ounce, 13 ounce, whatever it is, they have to open it for you and they put it in a cup. You're not allowed to take the plastic in with you. The last several times they've done that, they open the water for you. Oh, I'm gonna go see um what's the whole thing is the dark oh crap. Um okay, well, headliner is Motionless in White. My favorite. Um what was the name of the dark something tour? Man. And of course it doesn't even say here. Okay, so it's going to be Motionless in White, then it's In This Moment, Kim Dracula, and Mike Stead, the group Mike Stead. Not the Dark Side of the Moon. Oh my god. Let me see. It's In This Moment. The girl who sings for In This Moment. They do a tour. But Motionless in White plays at some of their some of their concerts, and I lucked out. Motionless White is going to be in their tour. How come I can't even find it anywhere now? The Dark Something. It's called the Dark Something Tour. But anyway, so that's going to be 4 bands. So I'm looking at least 6 hours. 6 hours at least. It's going to be more. It's going to be more because it starts at 6. And then if they break down each band, that's another half hour to 40 minutes per, say, change set. So it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long day. I'm not going to take the big truck. I'm going to take the little car so I can find a parking spot. Oh, parking's probably going to cost me $20 on its own. Jay's alive! Woo! Did he have to kickstart your ticker? Motionless in White? You've never heard of Motionless in White? I wonder if I put it in here. The Dark Tour. Does not say. So crazy. But I can't think of it. Dark Horizon. The Dark Horizon Tour. Yeah, the Dark Horizon Tour. So, I got really into Motionless in White, but they're really alternative. They're very alternative rock. You got the big oil change. So, oh man, Jay has to wear the compression socks. Now you're old. I tried some of those. Man, they hurt. I don't know. I didn't get the right ones or something. They cut my circulation off. I got them when I injured my knee. He's the OG. The OG gangsta. So, anyway, I'm kicking around a bunch of ideas. I have a lot of projects. Okay. It's not, I mean, I wanted to do a Greg Long show, but that's turning out to be a lot of back research. I haven't finished the book. The book is still sitting right there. And many, many people have done reviews on this book. So, and some of them are kind of really important that I really spend time with that. Thomas and a lot of people. Bill Reed. I'm sure that, I mean, the list is long, and then there's even reviews that they don't have their names on there. Hey Richie, How's it going? Just hanging out a little bit, spending a little time with my people away from the show. So, I mean, I have that, and then I recently put out. Did I put it out yesterday? Yeah, I put it out yesterday. The Minnesota Iceman video, and I want to do more like that. But that took me like 4 hours. But I've got like 3 other ones that I want to do. Like, well, there's the Minnesota Iceman stuff I was working on. But I also want to do one of those videos for the Ruby Creek, one of those for the Yeti of Burganouf. And what's that creek photo one? Do you guys remember that creek photo? The Wild Creek photo. The Cliff Crook story stuff. That I want to do that too. So I've got little projects, and also I need to go back on all my shows that I did slides, that I did Google Slides, and I need to create what are you gonna call this? A log of all the slides I have, because there's a lot of times I'm doing a show and I'm like, oh, I did that, or I have that photo, and I don't know which show I did it on. And now I have so many shows, I can't just jump over and look through a couple and find it. So I need to come up with this slide log of all the slides and that's what this is. So this is the last one I did for the last show. This is all the work for the last show, all the slides. And if I do one of these per show, then I just have to log this. And whenever somebody says, oh, we're talking about this, I can run to my log and say, oh, okay, it was on, episode 112, the trail cameras, and it was slide 7. I can go right to it. So that is what I want to do with that. Oh, hey, Robert. I didn't even see you sneak in here. But that's going to be a big project to go back and do that. Because I have to copy them, paste them over to, sheets, and then. But I really feel like I need to do that to be more organized. I don't know. So that's a project. But when I'm doing that, I could be watching TV. I can move my TV. But like for today, I do need to come up with a topic. Something I can do fast. Something with not too much research. Because I kind of didn't do any research. What do you mean database? What do you mean? You mean like what do you mean? I have a full computer. I'm not on a laptop or anything. I don't have a whole lot of constraints now. Other than I want a new computer still. I don't know if I have that. Do I have that? Oh, I do have Microsoft Access. I already have that. I do have that. But you still have to input the information. It's not like it'll automatically get there. And can I put photos on Access like that? Or is it more like a spreadsheet? Because it's faster for me to look through these photos and go, oh, this is what I'm looking for. Because in my mind, I know what I'm looking for. I just don't know what show. I was thinking about doing a show about, well, I tried to do a show one time asking just to answer questions from the chat, but then nobody asks any questions. But then I'm still stuck. I have to have something produced, something ready to go. Yeah, Robert, that's why I thought this is the easiest way. I just have to copy and paste, print it out. And then this can get, I have a hole puncher over there. I'll punch it, put it into a binder, and it'll be right here with my other binders. Wait, what? True, the initial inputting. No, not that. That pepperoni was hot. Okay. If you're on Tuesday on What the Fuck, I will tell you on live in Moggs. If Moggs lets me. Well, who asked you? Did somebody ask you? Been okay if my middle leg was swelling. Jay, what's wrong with vascular? This will transfer to a spreadsheet with the pictures. But I don't need a whole lot of information. I just need to know the title, the episode, the date, and the pictures. That's all I need. That way I can pull up the Google slide, the exact show. So I don't need a whole lot. Telling Jay. Oh, telling Jay. Okay. Got you. Cool. But I do have some questions that I haven't put into a show yet because I don't know how. I was thinking about doing a show. Why do people demonize Bigfoot? Actually, it was a discussion I think that me and Wit had. But I can link in. Not that one. Not that one either. I can link in. Why do people demonize Bigfoot? And why is Bigfoot a thing in so many people's lives? If I can make a show about that, can I make it an hour long? That's the trick, is to have content that can go an hour long with my style. Okay. Because I can sit here with people and just BS and let the conversation go wherever, but that's not what I do. I try to keep people focused on the topic because all the other shows just let things go wherever they go, right? I don't want to do that. Yeah, that was a good one. A little bit hard to hear Bill sometimes. I think he's just working off of his laptop or computer. He doesn't. I don't know if he has a mic or not. Didn't sound like him. But we have been talking about that for years, Jay. But have I done a show on it? It's about what I'm trying not to duplicate shows, okay? And I may end up talking about the same stuff, but my premise, my main questions will lead to, hopefully it leads to that answer or a means to an end or something. Yeah, right, Richie. Many who have had encounters with Bigfoot have not been happy, happy, joy, joy. That's probably what I would say. But can I come up with enough information without getting into all the encounters? I'm not an encounter show. I don't do encounter shows. I don't bring people on to tell me their stories. I have done that on a couple of occasions, but that's not what my show is about. There's 1,000 encounter shows out there. I'm not one of them, and I don't want to be one of those. People are always telling me, "Oh, you should interview blah. You should." I don't do that. I don't do that. Um, and what I say is, "Oh, has he hoaxed something?" And they go, "No." I go, "Well, then I don't want to talk to him." I talk to people who have information about hoaxers, hoaxing, uh, hoodwinks, things that have gone crazy, or I talk about research, things dedicated to research. Hey, there's Lazy Cowboy. Have you guys seen his video on Patty? On the, oh crap, what's it called? Not three-dimensional. Three, help me out, Lazy. Three, 3D image. Crap, I don't know. I have not done a show on audio recorders because I don't have any either. I mean, I do have two, but they're crap old. They're one's 20 years old. I'm surprised it still works. It has a cassette. And the other one has an internal storage. So I don't know how to transfer that thing anymore. That's pretty cool, Jay. But you do know there's no Bigfoot in Florida, right? Hmm. So exactly, Robert. This is kind of like another brainstorming thing for me. Um, because like I said, I have a lot of projects I want to do, a lot of video stuff I want to do. But before I know it, the week is ended and it's time for me to think about my Sunday show. A skunk apes? But there's not one picture of a skunk ape I believe in other than, and see, I don't even believe that. The one that looks like a orangutan, from the lady's backyard. But I really think that was an orangutan. I don't think I have enough information about skunk apes. I I could compare them to, oh, wait a minute. Maybe there is a show there. Maybe. Okay, see, this is where the brainstorming happens. I kind of have done a show like that. Thinking about a show I did talking about the different sizes of Bigfoot. So, skunk ape. Swamp apes or skunk apes plus other names here by our Indian brothers. Specifically Florida, Richie? A Florida show? A Florida show would have been good with Matt, but he's busy. Hey, Octopus. Um, so it seems like at one time I had talked about doing a show every week dedicating a different state. Arizona, Mogollon Monster, Texas, Honey Island Swamp, Florida, Skunk Ape, California, different type. Would you guys be interested in that? Um, Different state with a different Bigfoot. Like you have the Cherokee Devil and you have all these different groups. So, I mean, in essence, if I did all 50 states, that would be 50 shows. If I dedicated each week to a different state, what do you guys think? Would that lose interest pretty fast? Richie saw Bigfoot, a skunky. Jay's saying, yep. Lose interest? You're going because you fall asleep? You fall asleep anyway. I don't think Jay gets to vote. Okay, but see, that's a good idea that I could float in that content into my content. Like days like now, I can't really think about something. So, what if I pick a state and find history and just go with an hour worth of history on whatever the Bigfoot in that area is called? So that is great. Thank you very much. That triggered my mind. And I might be able to incorporate a guest from that state to talk about it. Hey, Mike's here. Shh. Don't talk. Don't tell him. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Robert. But that could be the whole intrigue, is to see if I can find something from every state. Hmm. But maybe into of US instead. Well, and NSEW. What's that? First show about Massachusetts, because we had the first Bigfoot report. Oh, wow, man. Massachusetts. Octopus, are you a researcher, an investigator, or just an enthusiast? Or do I know you? Sometimes it's hard. Not You guys just have to say something that'll start spurring, because I'm writing notes down over here. North, south, east, west of. Oh, okay. Gotcha. 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 Okay. Got it. Um, oh, Richie. That is a good question, but not for me, because I don't believe in Dogman. Period. I'm not dogging people who believe in Dogman. Okay. I just I don't talk about Dogman on my show. And there's a lot of reasons why I don't talk about Dogman on my show. So yeah, I can't do that. I won't, pretty much. I think it's just misidentification of a Bigfoot. I think there's a species of Bigfoot out there that have a snout. I think everybody knows my reasoning. So for many years, it's been a couple years now. Too much typing. You got talk to text, don't you? Um, I'm going to start my own high strangeness show on here sometime soon. Those take off. Those do really well, because you can say whatever you want and it doesn't matter. Nobody's always fact checking you or baboon looking. Oh, baboon? Baboon looking? Blake has seen one. Oh, I got the hiccups now. So, Luddite? What? Um, okay. So that seems to be picking up a little bit of traction. This whole regions, state thing. Preppers here from Mount St. Helens, one of my favorite places. Um, hmm. If I ever get a trailer, I want to go back up to Mount St. Helens. Um, what if you have a person go to the closet area that's had, oh, the closest, sorry, closest area that's had a famous Bigfoot story to record it, then come on show to speak about it. Wait, oh, what? I have to move it over here because it's moving over there. What if you have a person go to the closest area that's had a famous Bigfoot story and to record it, then come on the. You mean like an encounter thing? I don't do encounters, Bat Mom. I don't do those because they all sound the fucking same to me. Sorry. I don't do those. Um, although just to give you guys a little bit of juice, I was notified by Scott Violet from Squatch America that he was looking for somebody to investigate an area in Tennessee immediately because somebody had a real estate agent had taken this couple out to a remote home in the woods and they were scared off by a Bigfoot yesterday. So that real estate agent somehow contacted Scott and Scott contacted me and I contacted Daniel and Daniel contacted C. Wayne Thoreau because I guess he's close enough to the exact area. So we had this whole chain of conversations just to get somebody in that area to get out there the same day as a sighting. Is that amazing? I can't wait to talk to Wayne to see what happened. So it's beneficial, to keep all these connections everywhere. And this is what we need to do, come together to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna put trail cameras all the way around my camp. I don't care if I'm walking and I see one, but I don't like it knowing they come up to your tent and shit because that's crazy. Confessionals. This May 5th with Steve and West Steve in West German in Washington State. Get tickets. Steve and Wes German. I don't know who that is. Um, take over, Jen. Come together right now over Squatch. Right. Oh, there's Trackway. What was I was talking about Trackway. Oh, your computer, your mic. If you have a mic, I didn't know. People had a little bit of a hard time hearing you. I'm not at liberty, Richie, to say right now where that area is because it's yeah. I'm sure it'll come out. I'm sure Wayne will say it on one of his shows if something happened, you know. But it just happened last night, so I need to wait because I don't know if Scott wants to do a show on it and I'm not gonna, step on toes. So I need to let them do that. I was just the middle person. Daniel and I were just the middle people because we know people. Oh, Trackway. No, I don't want that. That's the thing. I even I bought blackout um curtains and things to put inside the truck. That's what I had originally bought some that slide on and you can put the windows down so that you don't let the bugs in and out, but they were dark. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put those on and let a Bigfoot can just push in, because it no. I need the window up. So I figured I can use those during the day. Put those on so I can let my truck, stay cool. And then at night I'll swap them out put the windows up and put the black ones on. Temu, Jen. I bought all kinds. They're cheaper, so I bought three different kinds. I bought an actual one that's like a drape for the back cab truck, the back that I can supposedly hook up with magnets. And then I bought those two different kinds of window screen things. Sleeping in the deep woods, been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. Will Jevning says Wes has lied. Oh, Germer? Are you talking about Wes Germer? Wait, was that the Wes that was up here somewhere? Wait. Mm. Oh, you said German and I didn't even catch that. Germer? Okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go listen to Wes Germer. I haven't watched or listened to Sasquatch Chronicles in years. I mean, years. Um, yeah, Jen. See, I bought the ones that just slide over and you're supposed to be able to put the window down so that you can let air flow in. I bought those originally and then I was thinking about it and I'm like, but what's to stop anybody from just pushing their hands through that thing? Yeah, I freaked myself out, so I immediately went and bought those other ones. They were cheap. I had a coupon too. I could have made my own. I just didn't want to. How about Daniel Weeks? Do you believe Wes lied about his encounter? Yep, Will used to be. I had Will Jevning on my show. He came on to talk to me about the whole Minnesota Iceman thing. He thinks the Iceman is in a deep freeze in California, according to his connections. Yeah. So they're here. Or they go, cha. What the heck did that? Jen, what the heck did that? I want to know what did that. Was it just a freaking, I don't know. What animal out there goes, cha? Somebody tell me. Does a deer chaw? Does a deer mumble in the night? I would have felt much safer had I been in a real tent. I really wanted a window so I could have peeked out. I would have heck yeah, I would have peeked out. If there had been a window from that side, Jen, where my cot was, I would have been able to see the whole kitchen area. So if I had told you, Jen, come to my tent, would you have gotten out and come to my tent? Or you'd have been like, heck no, I ain't going out there. What if you walked right into Chaka? Because it was a little one. It wasn't a big one that was around the tents. If it was one, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I wish it was that easy. Why don't we do that? Oh, every time I eat a pepperoni. Um, you well remember what Doug Hychek and that group did, putting that board down with the screws. Why don't we do that? Because we don't want to injure real little animals. We don't want to injure animals, right? But would that be, is that too evasive to put like boards with the screws or nails all the way around? Screws. It would have to be screws all the way around our tent. Like, I don't know, wouldn't even have to be maybe a foot plyboard all the way around your tent for people who say they come to their tent all the time. I would tell them to do that. Because there's people who go out every weekend. Oh, they touched my tent. They slapped it a little bit. They were right up close. They pushed in the side. They looked up and through the top. They jumped through my tent. Yikes. Get that. They're not going to jump through my tent. Is he, Prepper, is he collecting those or is he creating them on AI? Man, it does a good job now. AI making stories. It is super easy. Piss it off. Jen's gonna run into one, I bet you. I bet you do. Oh shit, you're right, grasshopper. You are so right. I would forget. I would forget and walk out and step on it myself. I have set off the alarm in our house like 4 times since my husband's been gone because he was the one that always deactivated it. I get up and I go out to let the dog out and set off the damn alarm. And that's just overnight. I forget. And I'm setting it every night because that way I can go to sleep because when I don't set it, I don't sleep right. I'm always listening to shit. Because I'm only 6-7 miles from the border. Oh, one bolt. Oh man, and I just saw a TikTok with the guy with this spray and he sprayed it and this shit just loosened up. I can't remember the name of it now though. I can try to find it. If I find it, I'll let you know on the show on Sunday. If I freaking have a show on Sunday. I got nothing. Hey, Blake. Blake's here, guys. We got to stop talking about him. I say that to everybody. Just, it's okay. Yeah, no, Brent does not like Sasquatch Chronicles at all. Gonna get a blowtorch to heat it. Orange round motion detector lights. What I put on magnets, stick them around my Jeep. Motion detector lights. They sell some of those on Temu also. I think that's a good idea. But it'll probably go off with every little animal. I mean, everything. Freak myself out. It would just freak me out. I have a habit of attracting skunks too. Oh, look, because Bud will chew on me if I don't. Huh. Oh, Trackway. That reminds me of Robert. Robert. Oh, God. What was his last name? I had it and then it escaped me. Uh, shit. You know the Robert I'm talking about? He used to do that fishing line. He's passed now. He was the one who they say he captured that face of the Bigfoot in the in the bush. No, not Kreider. Oh man, my brain not working. I don't think I can even look him up because uh shit, now I can think about is Robert Kreider and Robert Den Duven. Uh, that's what made me lose it. I saw your last name, Robert, and it slipped my mind. He's the one who had the Bigfoot that would drop down and come back up and drop down, and it looked totally animated, like somebody did it. I think somebody hoaxed him. I don't think he was a hoaxer. I think um he was hoaxed. What was his name? Robert. I think he used to go by just plain old sheesh. Gonna kill me. Let me see if I get any hits here. Dodson. Yeah, found it. Robert Dodson. And the that male female team, Squatch team, husband and wife, the Squatch team took over his research area. But it was Robert Dodson. I used to like to watch that guy. What Jen, friend of mine, Bud won't let you live it down if you don't look or go towards it, whatever it is. I went towards that freaking leaf. Of course, I didn't know it was a leaf. When Brent and I were walking down the trail that last night, or the last night before they left, I was paying attention to my screen and I saw the flash and I thought, was that an eye? And I could just kind of see something. And I just walked right through a bush. And Brent's like, well, whoa. And it wasn't even, it was maybe 5 feet in front of me. But in my camera, it looked like it was behind the tree, which was a good, 10, 12 feet in from the trail. But it wasn't, it was way closer. It was a complete, um, just messed with your mind, how it looked from the camera in real life. And the minute I started to step closer, I saw it was coming from the tree, from a branch, a little flower thing. It looked like an eye. It was giving off shine. Well, yeah, you're right, Killed. Um, yeah, you do have to. I have to. But the minute I don't look at the screen where I'm recording, I'm like have it on Brent's ass, or I have it, all crooked. I'm the horrible videographer. And of course, that was my first weekend really doing stuff like that much recording, half hour at a time type stuff. But yeah. Um, Motorcycle cameras and mounting them with magnets to the front and the back of the car. They are tiny and easy to hide and have low light capabilities. That's really cool. Yeah, have some really cheap little cameras that I'm wondering if they work that have the little micro SDs. You have an e-bike too? DJI Pocket, some and cheap with excellent video quality. I just got my mounts for my GoPro. I got a clip-on one. I got one that sits on a thing for your whole head, and then the chest one. But if we do the chest one, then I need to hook up that mic. You know the mic that Matt uses that looks like he's wearing a ponytail? Of getting one of those so you're not hearing me breathe right into it. What are we at? We just hit an hour. So I still got to come up with a show for Sunday. And it's got to be something easy. So maybe we'll just do that. I could come up with a really cool thumbnail for what did I say? What did I say? Shit. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, why do we demonize Bigfoot? I think I'm gonna try to work something up tonight about that. Did you guys see my video about the Minnesota Iceman? And do any of you know of a free service to do text to speech? Oh, when did Jeff sneak in here? He snuck in. Hey, Jeff. I found a really cool website. Oh, you know what? I wrote it down right here somewhere. Hold on. I write everything down because I have shitty memory. Naturalreaders.com. And it was really easy to use, and I could submit my own samples of my voice, and it had my own AI generated voice. And I had this whole thing perfect, and then it wanted to charge me $40. And I was like, forget that. I got so mad after doing all that because it makes you believe you can get one for free. And I did that whole take in one take, and there's some mistakes in it, but I was so mad that I just let it go. I just let the little mistakes go. What? Oh, what? You wanted a link? Who wants a link? Oops. Ooh, I don't. Okay, this isn't a live show, so I won't drop links on my live shows anymore, my Sunday shows. If you want on those shows, you have to know me. You have to know me. Jen's not camera ready. You can put on I think I don't know, maybe you guys StreamYard has a new thing now that they can fix your face. It has filters now or something. What's it called? Hold on. What's it called? It's under the camera and it's just called Touch Up My Appearance. Oh, mine's set to the medium one. Thought I looked better. I'm over there because I have another one over here that doesn't have that. Skeeter. Hey, Skeeter. You have a question? You had a question? Or you have, oh, question. What does it mean when you're in the woods and you hear a single tree knock? I don't think anybody knows that reason unless you're Patrick Vaughn. Seriously. Um, hey,
Hello. I was trying to get Jen in there.
and she's probably primping herself right now. Honestly, Skeeter, nobody knows that. We don't have that kind of knowledge because you don't know if what you're hearing is really somebody who has grasped a piece of wood and has hit, or if it was a natural something falling. Because see all that stuff on the ground, all that stuff
Yeah.
got there because it's fallen. And if you're
There's
hitting it,
yeah, it comes to tree knocks. I mean, there's so many sources. Pine cones, deer smacking each other, um, thermal expansion and contraction of the trees.
yeah,
But if you do experience a wood knock, you won't forget it. And or a
yeah,
series of them. Let me put it that way. If you experience a
yeah,
series of, and I'll say this is that to me, they all sound the same. They have the exact same, um, the exact
so
same pitch, exact
yeah,
everything about them sound the same. They don't sound like somebody just picked up a wood that was on the ground and smacked it against the tree, or a baseball bat against the tree. No. So
yeah. And I know I had a show on those animals one time, and I showed a chipmunk making a knocking kind of like that with its mouth, making it
yeah,
click sound. And
well,
sometimes that's loud. That can be really loud.
when sometimes too, understanding why the animal does that, because like a chipmunk, that's their alert call. That's
Alert,
your
right.
And usually that means there's a hawk or a raptor in the area. And you'll start hearing a whole chorus of them chirp 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 all around and especially if you're around noon, then you'll start seeing the raptors come out of the sky because they use the high sun to disguise themselves to
Mhm.
pounce on the chipmunks and squirrels.
So you heard it 3 different times, Skeeter, and that's something to mark where it happened, the direction it came from, so that the next day or that night, that's where you go, right? That's where you go and investigate. You go and you look to see if there's any evidence on the trees or something weird in the trail, or if it happens again. If you can make it happen again, then that's kind of unusual, and those are the things you kinda have to keep. Remember, there's not one video of anybody
Mm-mm.
capturing a Bigfoot, grabbing hold of a log, and hitting it across a tree.
There's an association,
There
or
yeah,
there's been associations, but
yeah.
um, the yeah, I don't. Yeah,
And
I was
just like
talking.
tree structures, we've never seen it do that. It's just an people are assuming that. We've never seen a Bigfoot make a nest, yet everybody says that they make a nest. You know, it's just speculation.
Uh, the terminology that gets used out there along with the audio guys is suspect percussion. So they don't really know, you know, you can't really prove any audio to anything unless there's
Oh,
been a video sample taken or whatever. But,
yeah.
you know, and talking with, you know, one of the premier guys, I was like, you know, yes, suspect percussions sound like wood knocks, but not all wood knocks are suspect percussions. So, and the other thing about it too is you got to think about time of year, because if you're talking about a time frame from June through November, you have all the mass crops falling as well. Your butternuts, your walnuts, your acorns, hedge apples, Osage oranges, and each one of those can sound like a wood knock.
Yeah, we had plenty of that when we were up at Joe's spot.
Jen!
Jackway! All right, you wanted me here. What's up?
Huh? I just thought that you two could bounce ideas off each other, you know.
Oh, I thought you had something specific you needed to ask her.
No.
No, not that. I mean, I got some great stuff to start out with that could lead into a series, you know, with the state thing. Because I need more quickie shows. I got lots of long show ideas that require a lot of research. But I need some to fill in those spaces while I'm doing the research. Because I don't want to just not have a show. I'm so close to reaching some goals that I'm tempted to not. I'm so frustrated because I'm tired. It's a lot of research for very nothing, you know, and so I find myself in a weird position. And then YouTube's jacking me around. They won't pay me. So gets frustrating. It gets very frustrating when you put days of work into something and
Well, I mean that they take a big old chunk of that before they pay you anyway, huh?
yeah, they do. They do. I don't know. They keep saying they're sending me alerts to because you have to verify your account, and they keep saying they're depositing money, but they haven't deposited anything. A test deposit, and then you have to tell them, you know, how much it is. Blah blah blah. I've done that before. No big deal, but I have not gotten anything, and I think it's because I switched. I was gonna have them send it to one account, and then I said, you know what, I don't want to do that, and I switched on them in mid thing, so it screwed everything up. So I did it. It's probably me that messed everything up to begin with, but I'm gonna deal with that too sometime today.
Yeah, I feel you about the window thing. Like I have my back windows on my car.
Oh,
My back passenger window and the little cubby window are really, really dark tinted on my car. So if I put the screen over, it pretty much blacks them out. But
yeah.
that big ass back window.
So you might see an eyeball in the corner.
I don't want to wake up and look out the window and see something looking at me. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. But no.
Yeah, you just don't recover from that. I'm sorry. It's been what 5-6 years now since I woke up in the middle of the woods and had some crackhead looking in the window.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unnerving. You know, I don't want that to happen. I'm brave as long as I don't see what's happening on the outside, you know. Put me in my tent and close the thing. But I do want a peek. You know, I want to be able to look out and
you can always take those window shades that you put into the windows, like you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take an X-Acto and cut a little window. You can open it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can. Well, I'm sure if now with those new ones I bought, I haven't even opened them. Um, I can just, do like that because I think they're magnetic too. I don't even know. I haven't tried them yet, so I don't even know if they'll fit those big windows in that truck. I'll have to see.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go out yet because the snow's still melting and everything's muddy. And the last thing I want to do is go in there, 4 or 5 miles and get stuck with no cell service because there's no cell service. And I would have to walk that out to try to find help. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait till those roads dry up a little bit.
Yeah, if you're going to be going out and about out there, one of the things you should invest in off the bat, more so than equipment, video or audio equipment, is you probably should get yourself a Garmin Mini, so that if you do have a situation where you fall, you get hurt, you're unable to move, you hit the panic button on that Garmin Mini and it'll send out a satellite signal, and your position and rescuers will be on their way.
Yeah, that's true for when I'm hiking. My vehicle does have OnStar, which will capture in those areas, but for emergencies. But you're right. I was looking at the little one that Steve had out at Mount St. Helens. And that was a nice little one. He could do a certain amount of texts a
Yes.
month on that.
That sounds like a Garmin Mini.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
If you watch like Brian and Chewy and Alex and them, they all have one. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, there's a lot to consider. If you start going off trail, we have
Yeah.
the whistles. The whistles will get you way farther than the human voice will. But you want to think
Yeah.
about self recovery, and you want to think about how to get help when you can't self recover. So those are
Right.
really the first two questions you should be asking yourself before really going out and going deep in the woods and deep hikes. So
Yeah. I've thought about my safety and stuff out there, and I've tried to think, well, I've found me 2 or 3 people now have come forward from that area I'm looking at and want to join me. So I'm started to already gather a little group. I've only met EC. She's the only one, but I am in contact with another guy up there who wants to join us. So, more than well, not the more than merrier. I still want to keep it smaller group, but that is nice. Now they would go home at the end of the night because one lives in Alamogordo and EC lives there in Cloudcroft. But and I would stay there out in whatever area. I've already labeled 5 areas that I want to look at. So depending on, what I do, but yeah, safety, if I fall with my knees, am I going to be able to do this hike or that? The one good thing about that hiking is that you can only go so far west because then it's drop off. It's just mountain. There's no way, you would need hike, what do you call it, climbing gear to do this descent off this mountain. So when you're on the top, you're on the top and you can hike along that rim, but I would never be able to descend, nor should I try to really do anything so close to that edge. Because I thought, well, if I run into a bear, don't run west because there's nowhere to run if you run west. Um, so I want to also get a good compass. I have one that's kind of it's little. It's not even. It doesn't seem like a decent one to me. It's just kind of one I found for cheap.
And it's something too, because I don't know if if you go to the part where we ended up off trail, me and the wife, and while we was down in Florida, and the train we was trying to get through, it
Uh-huh.
it dawned on me looking back, and as we do things like this, asking the questions, what worked, what didn't work, how do we improve. And one of the biggest ones that came out of that was like, I never have taught her how to use a compass properly.
Mm.
And, getting yourself a good, you know, you can buy knockoff lensetic compasses that'll have a little bit, a lensetic
Mm-hmm.
compass in the military. They've got a special um, amount of, I think it's beryllium that glows in the dark,
Uh-huh.
but they're they're controlled because there's a little bit of because of the little tiny bit of radioactivity, less than way less than an X-ray. But you can get the knockoffs, which have the lower amount, and then that way you can learn how to lock the bevel.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to travel in the dark, because that's one of the big things that I really thought about, is that we had such a heck of a time getting through that foliage. It would have
Mm-hmm.
been a lot easier if she had my compass back there, and I had
Oh,
already had it locked, and then she could guide me left and right whenever I was going too far,
yeah.
to the right, too far to the
Yeah,
left.
because
Because
you come up to things that you have to go around,
yep,
and that's where I find I will lose my direction is when okay, you're coming up to something and you have to go around it, but maybe you don't go all the way. You end up and I end
mhm,
up kind of doing a skew from the original direction I wanted to go. That's happened to me twice actually. And because I just don't go around enough because I don't have that line of sight.
mhm,
And but for this area I'm going to be in, you absolutely you can't go west. The more you go west, you come up to the end, and you can actually see all the way down the mountain to Alamogordo and White Sands. You can see White Sands, New Mexico down at the bottom.
okay.
So that would be a good. Now at night, that everything will change for me. I don't know how. I probably won't be very far from camp. I'll just be doing little circles and stuff. But um,
Well, you'd be surprised. You need, if there's some place that you can get an orienteering class, you know, go ahead and take it. Because then they'll teach you about, how to lock your not, they'll teach you how to lock your compass in. So you're always going the direction that you want. And they'll teach you also how to waypoint out of the sky, not just looking for the North Star, but things like Orion's Belt and
mhm.
stuff like that. And then they'll also teach you, how looking at, I don't want to say skyline because it's too high, looking at the horizon and seeing what the horizon line is telling you in the dark, when the horizon opens up and when it shortens, and you're walking into, an open area versus a closed area and stuff like that.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I know some places do that, or at least, I don't know about Ohio, but I know
Uh,
that a lot of the mountain states do it. Like you'll,
Cabela's offers a lot of wilderness classes and stuff.
Mhm.
They might have something there because they do gun things every week. They have some kind of gun training or what do you call it when you have to redo your certification? Um,
Research.
Yeah. EA Wild Boys. What's that? Is that where Skeeter's from?
What's the other one? I don't want to say survivalist. Bushcraft. Bushcrafting classes will also teach it.
I only remember doing all that stuff in Girl Scouts.
Yeah. Never think you're going to need it again until you do, right?
Yeah. So.
Girl Scouts. Smell the cookies. Smell the cookies.
Okay, what well, I guess that's kind of everything I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to brainstorm a little bit about what kind of show I should get going on tonight, because it's going to take me all night tomorrow to put something together. Don't forget a blow whistle. I do have a whistle because Trackway told me to get a whistle before. So
Yeah.
I had a whistle.
She did.
I got a whistle, and then it was actually attached to a decibel alarm. When you set that off, it's really loud alarm.
No, the universal call. The universal call for help is
3 times.
Yep.
And Brett made me say that too. He was like, "And how many times do you blow it?"
I was just thinking, like, get an canned air horn. If I fall down or if I'm running, I'm gonna be out of breath. Okay, if I'm running, I'm out of breath. I need something that's gonna make noise anyway.
I know. I have that small backpack I had, but it was full of stuff, batteries, and my water and all kinds of stuff I had in there. My little knife. Well, I had my knife in my pocket, but I have a really big knife though that I'll probably use out there. And
I'm thinking air
now I
horn
have two bear sprays. I have now.
Else that would come around too.
Keep rocks in your pockets. There are rocks all around. This is an area I have to wear my real boots, the real hiking boots, because it's tear up your real shoes, your regular shoes. It is nothing like Mount St. Helens, which was flat and sandy, ashy.
You also have snakes and scorpions out there.
Yeah, I've got rattlesnakes and I think the most thing is, just rattlesnakes. There's no other kind of venomous snakes. Coral. Yeah, because the king snakes aren't poisonous, right? The kings aren't, but the corals are. Yeah, and the rest of the snakes are rat snakes, bull snake. What's that other one? Gophers and water snakes, but they're little ones. But it's not a marshy area, so this is mountain, so I won't need snake boots. I still won't. But I know I could get those things that go on the top of them. Your bottom of your leg. What are those called?
Gators.
Gators. I could probably get some gators. If I run into the first snake, probably the next time I go out, I'll have gators. You know what I mean? It'll take something like that before I buy them.
We had
the heavy duty all leather hiking boots, but things are they're heavy and they're hot. And it's like
They
I need to
are
do
heavy
summer
and
hiking.
hot.
That's what I need to do.
They are. I used them that first time I went, and I was like, I could feel the difference walking, But I think more so that trip, it was the elevation that was killing me. So that's another thing. I have to get all my meds ready for that trip.
That's the one thing about gators too, because we had bought sets for Florida, and if you take, if you look back to the '80s, you take a leg warmer and then you add the ankle weight to it. That's what they felt like having on, and they kind of wear you down a little bit. So
Yeah, all for safety. Oh, especially up there because the nearest medical center is 40 minutes away because it's in Alamogordo. There's nothing in Cloudcroft or in the immediate area in terms of medical care. And there's one doctor. Because I went into that doctor office thinking he could possibly give me a spare inhaler, or I could buy a spare inhaler, and they don't even have medicine there.
do the mountains have the yucca plants too? Because that's the thing I remember most about my time out there was walking by the foliage and have it cut through my pants and cut my leg
There
wide
are
open.
smaller plants, but didn't see any yucca up on the top,
Okay.
but definitely down at the base. Yeah, there's some, but
That crap's like razor blades.
they have this one that literally is like razor blades. It's a smaller plant, a smaller cactus that has leaves like a regular, kind of like a fern, but thick. It's definitely a what are those called? Like the aloe vera type. But man, yeah, they have super sharp. On my video with EC, her interview, um, her encounter interview, I took a picture of, I videotaped it. It's in that video. If I think about it, I'll go and snap a shot. And it's like you rub up next to this, or it catches your arm, it takes your skin with it.
Yep. I just remember it cut my pants wide open at mid thigh, and then it
Wow.
nailed me as well, and I was bleeding pretty good. And I think I had a moment after that involving every one of those plants I saw on a baseball bat, but I'm not sure. I was like,
Oh,
it's my last set of good jeans.
unforgiving. Yeah.
Hmm.
Out there, it's everything in the Southwest, it's kind of like what they say about Florida. Everything out there's trying to kill you, including the plants. And that's kind of that way in the Southwest. Everything. You don't want to put your hand on anything. You don't want to touch anything as you're going by because you just don't know what's on it, thorns and stuff. The cholla, the jumping cactus, yeah, those hurt. Those freaking hurt a lot. My which one of my daughters? One of my youngest, I think, was the one who got a jumping cholla right on. No, it was my oldest. Right into her, and I wasn't there. But when I came back, it had already been a week, and she had little dots still all in her hand from where they had to extract the thorns.
Ew.
It used to be right outside my sister's house, but they took that out after that. The whole place, they had them. They have the barbs going the other way. So when you pull them out, those things just rip. Horrible.
Yeah. Well, grass brings up a point about radiation.
Oh, A lot of radiation out there too from decades of blasting. Oh, yeah, at White Sands. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun. It's like playing in powder. It's so fine. The white sand is just so fine. We tried to sled down it, but you know,
Those little
not.
shoes that I brought up to Mount St. Helens, they're still
Uh-huh.
gray.
Still great.
Can't get the dust out. It's just in there forever.
Oh
Wash
gosh.
them, everything. Nope, good. They're gray.
Bears and cougars. Cougars, you just can't turn your back on them. Get you from behind. Carry a real gun too. I never go out there without 'em. Yeah, I have a gun here, but I'm not certified to carry it, and I'm gonna be super close to the reservation. So I don't know what the laws are. I have to figure out what they are over there. And see, I'm in Texas. That's New Mexico. So it's a whole different thing over there. I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine until I'm not. But it'll make for a good story.
There'll be a midnight live, Mickey driving off the mountain. F no! F no!
Probably. Probably. I'll be waking everybody up.
Yeah. And that's an
It's
exclusive
3:00 in the
club, by the
morning.
way.
I'm on my way home.
That's an exclusive club, by the way. The car alarm club. Very
Oh.
exclusive.
2 members so far.
What's that?
It's just 2 members, right?
There's 3 now.
Oh, there's 3 now?
Yes. Mike Ann has joined the group.
Oh.
Yeah. It was every night Matt rolled onto his keys in Florida and it set off his car alarm.
Why did he have them right there on him?
I
Were they in
don't
his pocket or what?
I don't know. But then when we was up in Whitehall, I was in my truck and I thought, oh, I need to crank the windows down so I don't build up condensation, right? So and of course the truck's got electric windows. So I leaned forward, I put the key in the ignition, turned it, put the windows down, and then I look at the dash and I get this little sign on the dash going, you are attempting to steal this vehicle. This vehicle's alarm will go off in 3, 2, 1, and then beep. And I'm like, what? And then I couldn't get it to shut up. So I had to get out of the truck and run over to the driver's side door. It turns out if that driver's side door doesn't open and close, before turning on the vehicle, it'll set it off. And then first thing in the morning, I forget what I did. Oh, I know what I did. I sat up, watched that tree fall across the road from me, and thought, well, that was weird. And then I opened up the back door because that's where I'm sleeping, and that set off the car alarm. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
My
he was
truck
in that
does
alarm
have a
at the wake up.
moonroof, has a sunroof on there. I could open that and stick a thermal out and just look into a little.
And Trackway was the going to bed alarm and the time to wake up alarm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good summer. Cheese puffs. What? I just found the secret to finding a Bigfoot. Cheese puffs, you can get them off your fingers. Just follow the prints.
What was somebody talking about the other day? Silver maples. Something about silver maple trees.
Oh, we've your tent.
It was unusual comment uh, about the suspect creature licking silver maple trees.
Oh, the sap. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm sitting there thinking, oddly, all the trees that have interest for me are silver maples. I thought that was interesting.
Huh. Oh, Jay, we'd find your tent. Secret to finding Bigfoot. Okay, we read all that.
And that's another thing too that we just recently found out, or if you go into some areas, especially up around Washington and so forth, you can rent camping equipment. So there's outfitters out there that allow you to just rent a tent for X amount of days and chairs and even showers, anything you need to take with you if you've got the ability to move it.
Yeah, because it's hard when you have all this gear and everything you need, your creature comforts, whatever, but then you want to go to other areas and you don't have your stuff. It's like a whole different thing, a whole different feeling. So I don't know, after Canada, bring it back down here to the States, the shindig, and I want to sponsor one in Cloudcroft. So hopefully that'll be the next one after this year. Because then I can, have my stuff, cook for everybody, do the stuff I really want to do for everybody. And
we need to work out with you if you're going to be in for the Logan Festival or not, too.
Oh, that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, not with planning the Canada and Italy, and I have my stepmother who is not doing well. So I'm also in the back of my mind preparing for that. She was not given very long. So between that, there's just probably no way with 3 big trips and having to put money for other things. So no showers, be stinky and get to each other. No.
After West Virginia, never again. Oh, that was bad. That was so bad.
Yeah, we were all pretty ripe.
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, how long were you guys out there?
We was out there 4 days. And it was like 90 degrees and 100% humidity.
Oh, I can't do humidity. Oh.
It was nasty. I felt so bad when we took Jen out to her car. Bud carried all her equipment, and she rode with me out the 4-wheeler. And I was like, "Oh man, I feel so bad for her having to be downwind." I felt so bad.
I went to Virginia in July a couple of years ago, and oh my God, that was ridiculous. Ridiculous humidity. You couldn't even walk a block and you were like dying. Can't breathe.
Well, at least where we were, like when we went up like onto the ridge and some other stuff, like there was air in some places, but down where we were, no.
Yeah, we should have camped up there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, plenty of space up there.
And then all the really weird stuff was happening up there. So
well, guys, I'm going to be bringing this to an end. Baby wipes. Yep, you got to take your baby wipes.
Yeah,
My baby wipes, my makeup wipes, my everything.
We did come across a game changer. Let me see if I got it nearby so I can give you the product name. These were awesome in Florida. That's the sound of me getting in the tote. Just head them out because they're only $1. You can get them at Dollar General. They're full towel wipes. I can't think what the name is. Let's see if I got them laying here. But those.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, there's one across the street from me. I'm like, yeah, might go stack up on a couple of those.
Yeah, they come in. They're like a foot-long package, and like I said, they're only $1. And man, they were awesome out there down in Florida. Brian and Chewy got some off of us, and we had several packs of them, and they were great.
How many, like a big pack, or does I only have like 5 or 6 in there?
I think there's maybe a half dozen in them in a pack. But they're good size. They're really good size. And even though it says self-drying, take a towel with you because they do leave a little bit of moisture behind.
Yeah.
I wish I could find the name. It's got to be sitting right here. So I still have the camp pack out. There it is. Tag, TAG, disposable washcloths, alcohol free. There's 18 large washcloths in a packet. The packet is 12 by 8 inches. They have aloe vera, chamomile,
yeah,
and vitamin E in them. And she said she found them there at Dollar General for $1.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
Grab some of those.
Coming into the summer before they're gone. And that or have Deb go buy out the store.
Yeah. We probably will go out and pick up a whole bunch of those. We did buy the shower unit, and that worked great down in Florida, almost. I got to make I got to make some changes to the shower bag, but the changing room / shower worked fantastic down there. Yes, I'm a glamper.
I loved Michael's Julka. He had a Julka shower system out there. It was great. It was really good. I mean, it was shocking cold when I got in, and then instantly after that shock, it was warm. It was hot even. It was hot.
I mean, I don't know if I can capture the essence of Brian, but he's like, I know. Look at this guy. He's got a generator. He's got a shower. This guy's not a camper. He's a glamper.
Hey, whatever makes you comfortable. They make all this stuff on purpose so that we can be comfortable.
And Brian and Chewy are awesome, by the way. You get to spend some time with them.
Yeah, it seems like they're a lot of fun. A lot of fun for sure. Well, everybody, thank you for dropping by. I just wanted to say hi. Things are going good, and try to get you a show on for Sunday. So wish me luck, because I'll be staying up tonight, coming up with something. So Jen, Bill, thanks for stopping by and saying hi.
Hi.
I'll see everybody in the next chat. Bye, guys.